What's going on, guys? Time to talk about an interesting new documentary that was released actually back in 2020, but Netflix just got it, so I was checking it out on Netflix. It's pretty cool. It's called The Last Blockbuster. Yeah, so for everyone who's not sure what Blockbuster might be, some of the younger people out there probably aren't really familiar with it, but there used to be things called video stores before Netflix was around, and we used to all go out and like rent movies, like borrow them and bring them back after like a week once to watch them at home and stuff like that if you didn't feel like buying them. All the DVDs and even VHSs, if you're not sure what that is, that's like a brick thing, and you put it in a player and stuff. And like even like it covers it in the documentary too, but yeah, VHSs when they first came out, they used production companies and studios used to think like, oh, if we could charge $10 a head for them to go see it at the theater, why don't we charge even more money for them to own a copy of it? So that they when they first came out, they were like $100 or something like that, and you pay like $1,000 for a VHS player to watch it at home on your TV. But now, and then over time, it started becoming more regular with consumers and stuff that a lot more of them were buying it, and then the prices eventually dropped, and then DVDs came out and Blu-rays, and then all of a sudden the evolution of the internet spawned Netflix and stuff. So this is the last Blockbuster is about the final Blockbuster, one of the last few video stores around that you could rent movies at and stuff, which is very nostalgic and stuff. And yeah, it was really interesting. It was released July 25th, 2020. And it was written and produced by Zeke Com and directed by Taylor Morden, who's also done a few other films like Pick It Up, Ska in the '90s, which is like a punk rock music documentary. Here's to Life, the story of the Refreshments. I have no idea what that's about. Project 88, Back to the Future 2, and Sticker Shock. So like one of his first endeavors. But yeah, this is probably like the most prominent documentary he's done though. It was pretty cool. Like I said, it goes into like the whole history of like renting movies and stuff like that, and how Blockbuster became such a big chain. And one of the most interesting parts in the film is when they cover how Blockbuster actually had the opportunity to buy out Netflix, and they laughed at that idea, which kind of like shot themselves in the foot basically, ending up right now. And yeah, it goes through the evolution. It talks to the store owners and old franchisees of Blockbusters, and yeah, even the owners and the manager of the one that's open in Oregon right now. And they basically talk about like the good old days to the present basically. And yeah, it covers everything from like how they run the store and stuff like that, what they have to do to survive, because their systems haven't been updated or anything. They had to use computers from old stores and stuff like that. It's really neat seeing it. Very nostalgic. They have a lot of comedians and stuff like that making appearances and stuff. And also, the last Blockbuster was pretty prominent in the YouTube community and stuff. A lot of big YouTubers went and visited there. And yeah, so it was pretty interesting to see that. Cool to see how they're still making profits in ways they're trying to keep their doors open. And there was one interesting statement I thought in there is that some people think it's going to be like how the record stores. Now it might be different in the U.S., but here in Canada, record stores sort of like made a little bit of a comeback. They've been like the nostalgia. They're there still selling records and CDs and stuff like that for like high collectors like myself, and they even have like a lot of DVDs and movies and stuff available at them too. And some people think this might be the sign that there might be a few new video rental stores popping up for the nostalgia value and for people, because that's a good way to encourage socialism and being social and stuff like that, like getting to know other people, meeting other people that have the same interests as you and stuff like that. Like I met a couple friends and stuff in video stores and record stores and stuff. And yeah, it's just one of the social aspects where if you just go off onto like Netflix or something like that, you get taken away that, and you're basically letting an algorithm run your life and choose your interests for you. So that's one reason why I still try to find hard copies and stuff like that, and support mom and pop shops like that to help do it. And this documentary was just basically the same thing that people who have the same intentions as I do and have some of the similar interests and stuff like that, of how much they love movies and how much the nostalgia and stuff like this. So this was a really good nostalgia trip, a really good feel-good documentary, and it even has a happy ending. So for now, it even shows them how they're trying to still survive after all these big corporations died during this COVID thing. They're still trucking along, trying to make as much as they can, even through this COVID times and stuff. So it was very interesting, insightful film, and it shows you never to give up on your dreams, even if it's something you absolutely love. The market's slowly depleting, and yeah, encourages you to keep fighting and stuff. I thought this documentary was very insightful and very well put together. They could have gone a little bit more into some details, but I think for like legal reasons and stuff like that, they couldn't really do it. And I kind of just wish this film was a little bit longer, because it's only like an hour and 20 minutes. So if it was like an hour and 45 or something, that would be perfect. Maybe get some more like celebrities visiting. Maybe there's going to be a follow-up one though. You never know, right? So Last Blockbuster is a very good, interesting documentary on stuff from the past and the nostalgia and everything like that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well put together, and I was enjoyed it throughout. Didn't really feel bored or anything like that. I thought it was really well put together. They did a great job, and I think a lot more people need to check this out. So yeah, with that, last blockbuster, I'm gonna give 4.5 out of 5, just because I wish it was a little longer. Maybe they could have went a little more in depth in some things, but that's just personal opinions. So yeah, but it was very well done and well entertaining. So check it out. There's a trailer link down below, like always, and my Instagram's always linked down below. I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. So make sure you follow me there to stay in the loop. We should have the title and the hashtag somewhere just for fun. So if you want to guess or just see what I'm watching and going to be talking about later on in the future, that's where you gotta go. Instagram. Make sure you follow me there to stay in the loop. And I also put the subgenre of film in case it's something you're not interested in or something like that, because I'm nice like that. So yeah, make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of this documentary, and comment down below your opinions of the documentary. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought of it, and if it was nostalgic for you. I'd love to hear your opinions on it, so make sure you put those comments down below. Also, if you have any films, any documentaries, or any films at all you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And also make sure you subscribe, because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. I have a whole list of B horror films, but I'm not sure if I'm going to jump right into that yet, so we'll see. But till the next review, definitely check this one out since it's on Netflix. This is not sponsored by them anyways either, so yeah. But yeah, so it's rare for me to find something actually that I absolutely really enjoy on Netflix nowadays, so it's kind of good to see that. But so make sure you check it out, and I guess I'll see you in the next review. Cheers.